Hello there, very good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. It certainly is a fairly grotty picture out there across much of the UK. Yes, it is largely dry, but there's not much in the way of brightness. For most of us, the lion's share of it is reserved for western parts of Wales and the southwest, where actually you're having a pretty decent afternoon. As we look ahead to this evening and overnight, it's dry and settled for a time and quite a cold night expected, certainly across those central and more southern parts of the UK. All the time we've got a rain-bearing frontal system approaching from the north, and that's going to spread in rain across much of Scotland and into Northern Ireland as well. But under that blanket of cloud, your temperatures will actually rise by the time we get to first thing on Monday morning. So Monday in more detail then, as you can see, a largely dry but cold start across more southern parts. Those frontal systems continuing to spread southwards through the day. The rain really not amounting to very much, but it will feel pretty dreary. Something colder and brighter tucking in from the north. See you later. Hello there, very good evening to you. I hope you've had a lovely weekend despite the weather. Starting to feel a little bit Christmassy for some, and it's certainly going to be a cold night for some tonight, although all the time we do have rain-bearing frontal systems the night up at around 6 to 8 degrees. The rain not really amounting to very much, but it certainly will be quite a damp sort of feel. Cold towards the south, particularly the southwest, and that's how we start a brand new week tomorrow. Cold conditions towards the south, but all the time we do have the rather grotty weather sinking southwards along those rain-bearing frontal systems. They're weakening all the time, so the rain not really amounting to very much, but enough to make it feel pretty grotty in places. It's also quite windy, particularly across those northern parts. Now that wind is going to start swinging around to a more northerly direction, and that is going to give us some clearer conditions across northern Scotland during the second half of the day. Clearer, brighter and colder for everyone on Tuesday. See you later. Hello there, very good evening to you. I hope you've had a lovely weekend despite the rather gloomy conditions that many of us have seen, and the gloomy conditions will continue into tomorrow as well, I'm afraid, as we've got rain-bearing frontal systems spreading rain and clouds southwards across the UK throughout the day. To be honest, that rain's not going to amount to very much, but it will serve to make things just feel a little bit gloomy, a little bit murky in places, and enough to wet the ground for many. Signs of something a lot more cheerful tucking in across northern Scotland during the second half of the day. It's windy for many tomorrow, but as you can see across northern parts, that wind starts to turn round to a more northerly direction, and that promises colder and clearer conditions. So by the time we get to Tuesday, it's a fine cold start for many, and those conditions should last for most of daylight hours across the UK. Then it becomes briefly milder around midweek and more unsettled, and signs of something much colder for the end of the week, wintry for some as well. You need to stay updated with the forecast. That's it. Good night, sleep well, see you soon.